Hope you guys are enjoying your Memorial Day weekend, but here on the channel, it's business as usual. We don't take days off. Memorial Day is really one of my least favorite holidays anyway. Not because it honors the military. I'm not woke. I'm all about honoring our military. They should be honored every day. Memorial Day is one of my least favorite holidays because it signals that summer is here. And if you're like me, you live in the South, then you know summer can be absolutely miserable. It hasn't been yet, but it can get there. High humidity, the heat is relentless. I play golf all the time. It's hard to play 18 holes in the summer in the South. If you live in other parts of the country, you really have no idea how miserable summers in the South can be. I'm hoping it's not going to be bad this summer. We've had a really nice and long spring. It's been really mild, still is mild. Hopefully this great weather will stretch all the way through the summer. Well, let's go ahead and get into what we're talking about today. You guys didn't tune in to hear me bitch about summer in the South. One of the problems with being woke, you set yourself up for hypocrisy. Let me explain what I'm talking about. Take me, for example. I'm critical of a lot of people. I don't ever attack people personally, but I'm critical of a lot of people on here. LeBron James, Adam Silver, wokers across the NBA, Max Kellerman, everybody basically at ESPN. I'm about to be super critical of Kawhi Leonard. Video on that coming soon where we'll be talking about the fact that Kawhi Leonard is being exposed. I can be critical though, that's my point. I can be critical because I'm not woke. I don't claim to be holier than thou. I don't claim to be a bastion for equality. I'm not fake. I tell you exactly what I see and how I feel. If anything, I'm brutally honest. I say people need their feelings hurt more, that society is too soft. Does that open me up for criticism? Of course it does. But I'm fine with that. I don't care. I'd much rather you be honest with me than handle me with kid gloves. I'm all about being real, and there's nothing real about being woke. See, wokers are all about equality, about building people up in our community. Guys like Stephen A. Smith, who like to talk about not being given fair treatment, not being given equal opportunities. In the past, Stephen A. Smith has talked about the need for African Americans to support each other, to build each other up, to help each other out. That's all fine and well. It's actually a good point. The problem is, Stephen A. doesn't practice what he preaches, which is common when it comes to these wokers. I've said it on here a million times. Wokers want to lay out rules and guidelines for everyone else to live by, but they want to live by a different set of standards. It's hypocrisy. That's the best way to describe the wokers. They're hypocrites. Stephen A. wants to build the brothers up unless the brother's name is Kwame Brown. When it comes to Kwame Brown, Stephen A. has no problem just tearing him down. But he can't criticize Kwame Brown for what he says because Stephen A. knows Kwame Brown is speaking truth. So instead, what he does, he digs up old NBA footage and he blasts Kwame Brown's time in the NBA. He showed a full minute of bloopers from Brown's NBA career the other day on ESPN Plus, his little show that nobody watches. Stephen A., what he was doing, he was deflecting. He knows that he can't argue against Kwame Brown's points. So he goes back and he criticizes his NBA career. I don't understand what his point was. Look, we all know Kwame Brown did not meet expectations in the NBA. That is a known fact. Kwame Brown knows that. But calling him a bust, it's just not accurate. I don't call a 13-year NBA career across 7 different teams in which he made $63 million. I don't call that a bust. Stephen A. Smith, he should be trumpeting Kwame Brown as an African American success story here in America. But see, he can't do that because it doesn't fit ESPN's woke narrative. Kwame Brown actually called out Stephen A. for tearing down black men at the behest of his white billionaire bosses at ESPN. And you know what? Kwame Brown is absolutely right. Stephen A. Smith is a pawn in the woke movement. He's a talking head that they use, just like LeBron James is a pawn in the woke movement. Stephen A. sold his soul for $1. Not literally. All my Illuminati conspiracy theorists out there, I am not saying that Stephen A. Smith sold his soul in the literal sense, just to be clear on that point. Now, the blooper video that he did on Kwame Brown, it was a low blow, a tactic wokers use when they can't argue their points on merit. I could make a video today, an hour long, possibly even more, containing all the things over the years that Stephen A. Smith has said that ended up being wrong. But what would be the point? What would be the point of doing that? We already know Stephen A. is a blithering idiot, a tool used by the wokers. So, what the hell would be the point of proving a point that we already know? Just like there was no point in him showing the bloopers of Kwame Brown's NBA career. We already know he didn't meet expectations. Why didn't Stephen A. Smith respond to Kwame Brown's claims about black journalists tearing down black athletes? I didn't hear a damn word about that. Oh, he'll clown his NBA game. But when it comes to responding to actual truth from Kwame Brown, it is crickets from Stephen A. He deflects to something that happened in the NBA 10, 15 years ago. But Stephen A. doing that actually is doing Kwame Brown a favor. The more he stays in the headlines, the better it is for him. He is seeing massive success right now. His YouTube channel has went from around 10,000 subscribers to, I believe right now, it's close to 200,000. Same with his Instagram. He has developed a nice size following, damn near overnight. You've got to remember, Kwame Brown, this dude has basically been a monk for damn near a decade. I keep up with the NBA. I forgot Kwame Brown even existed. Why is he so popular? Why is Kwame Brown receiving almost universal support, no matter what race you are? A lot of people are supporting Kwame Brown right now. Why? I'll tell you why. Because Kwame Brown is a real man. He's not some sissy like Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving. He isn't a fake tough guy like Stephen A. Smith. And more importantly, Kwame Brown is anti-woke. Jason Whitlock brought something to my attention the other day that I thought was interesting. He mentioned the fact that Kwame Brown is receiving nothing but love from the black community, which is surprising when you think about it. Jason Whitlock said no one is calling Kwame Brown an Uncle Tom or a sellout, that most black people are supportive of him. You know why? Because Kwame Brown is relatable. We can relate to him. He is proof that being a real man attracts an audience. I told you guys the other day, America is starving for real men right now. Real men to stand up on their principles. Because all the men presented to us by Hollywood or in the media are weak. And it's not in dudes' nature to be weak. Dudes are supposed to be strong. Kwame Brown's untouchable right now. He punked out Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. He called out Stephen A. Smith. He called out Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless the other day. On one of his Instagram lives, he thanked Skip Bayless for giving him a pass, whatever the hell that means. And then Kwame Brown turned around and said, what kind of grown man needs a pass? That right there, that one comment, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Kwame Brown is unapologetic. He means what he says. He speaks his mind. Doesn't give a damn if it hurts your feelings or anyone else's. We need more of that in America. We need 1,000 Kwame Browns right now. Like I said earlier, to hell with your feelings. If something Kwame Brown or I say offends you, good. More people need their feelings hurt. You grow from pain. You don't grow by being coddled, by being given participation trophies, or have someone lie to you and tell you how beautiful you are when you look more like Kathy Griffin than Jennifer Lopez. I don't care what Kwame Brown did in the NBA years ago. Doesn't matter. The reality is, this was a dude that was homeless, that came from nothing. Every statistical category says Kwame Brown should be dead or in jail. Instead, he's rich. He's got millions of dollars, had a 13-year NBA career. And his own people and his own community or at least in the media anyway. Want to call him a bust? Something seems wrong with that picture to me. Kwame Brown is a success, and I hope he continues to go after wokers like Stephen A. Smith. Now, what do you guys think of Stephen A. Smith going after Kwame Brown? I will admit, the blooper video that he did, it was funny. But he didn't really respond to Kwame Brown's criticism of him. Typical woke behavior. Sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow.